So what's currently happening in Kharkiv and in the surrounding areas there, and how is that affecting Donbass?
Yeah, so in terms of Kharkiv, I mean, the battle is effectively over and Ukraine has won, and it's further evidence that the Russian military really are going to struggle to take any of the large population centres. It's the second largest city.
British military intelligence believes Russia has lost 1/3 of the ground forces it used to invade Ukraine. The latest report from the Ministry of Defence claims Moscow's offensive has lost momentum and fallen behind schedule.
For Russia, the war in Ukraine has been a disaster. In just over 2 months, around 15,000 soldiers have been killed. At least 1,800 armoured vehicles have been destroyed. And the attempt to take over the capital, Kyiv, was a chaotic failure, resulting in a humiliating retreat.
This is a Javelin missile. Much in the same way farmers buy cats to eradicate a growing rodent population in the barn, Ukrainians introduced the non-native Javelin species into their country to control the invasive Russian tank. Like cicadas, periodically Russian tanks gather en masse to infest Ukrainian towns, wreaking havoc along the way. And like other unevolved creatures, Russian tanks only understand violence. And this is where the Javelin excels. Their arrival changes everything. Slicing through cope cage armour with ease, the Javelin attacks from above like an osprey diving for smelt. With so many Javelins attacking from all sides, the tanks panic, packing ever tighter. But this shoaling strategy makes it even easier for the Javelins. The Javelins work together, each taking on a Russian tank, until soon there are no more.
Слава Україні! Hey up everybody, so it's the day we're going into Ukraine now. We're heading for the Medica border. It's very early and I know I keep going on about the heat and everything, but it's getting so hot and this van ain't got aircon. So our van has remained in Premish and we're taking this van over. We've transferred all our aid to this van and we're going to collect some more. Plus we're going to collect another passenger, so we'll introduce you to them in a bit. So we collected Wendy Warrington from Krakow airport and we made our way to her place in Premish. Her and husband Simon were renting a property in Premish, Poland, using that as a base camp so they could, so they were close to the Medica border. They could go in and out of Ukraine and do the work that she does out there. She put us up for the night. They both put us up for the night and took us out for something to eat, and we discussed about where we're going to be going into Ukraine. So we were taking the aid that we brought out, then we were taking the aid that she had purchased also. So we exchanged vans in Premish. We didn't go to Ukraine in our van. So we took one of their vans instead. Their van is recognised for the number plate, stuff like that, in and out of Ukraine, so it's just saves complications, plus it had more room on it, and we were taking extra loads and we couldn't fit anything else in ours. We then made our way into the Medica, through the Medica border, and then we met up with our next contact, which is Jeanette Thompson, the lovely Jeanette Thompson.
So it looks like you're going to go a slight right down near Paul.
Yeah, they're all UA, Ukraine.
Yeah. Oh, he went down there.
Oh.
Where's he going? He's turning round. Is he going to get round there?
He will.
I think he's just pulling up actually, Paul. I think he's trying to find somewhere to pull up. Right, keep going. Yeah, you're okay. It says there's a sign up here saying that you can go down here.
Right, so we reached the border. What a long traffic queue that was as trucks. So we sneaked to the front, we just pushed right to the front. There's loads of people behind us. I don't think I'm videoing. So we just spoke to the border guard and he said wait here 10 minutes. What they usually do is if there's loads of vehicles in there processing, they don't want it backlogging, so they'll shut these barriers down. It was the same as the last time. They'll shut these barriers down so they process all those vehicles through, then can let another load in. If you're a trucker, then it's a right pain in the arse this, but it shouldn't be too long anyway. Last time we did this we waited a few hours, weren't it? Yeah, a few hours, and that was getting out, but hot. Right, so we're in the passport control. They're taking our passports, they're checking them. We're just nearly we're idiots us. We're just nearly driven straight through. We heard someone shout, "Stop!" Stop! We stopped. I thought the guy said, "Go." I don't know.
I thought he said go to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, the next checkpoint.
But then they had our passports, and I was like, "Well, where's our passports?" And then this guy got out, which 2 cars behind us, and just went. Moved down, so and then we thought he meant to just keep going, and actually he just meant, and then he shouted stop as if to say don't go any further. Yeah, so
basically the last time we've been over different borders, they do things differently. So what they're basically doing, there's a lot of traffic behind us, so they're gathering passports from people when they pull in, and then they're moving you down the line, so we're all in the shade. And then they're closing the border gates behind us, and they'll be checking the passports of the documents, and then handing them back to us. Hopefully they'll hand ours back to us, not somebody else's. So
I think we're the only British people in this queue, so it's going to be fairly obvious to give us our British passports.
So we don't know how long we're going to be here, but at least we're in the shade.
Well, when we were in Slovakia we had to actually go in, didn't we? We had to pull up, go in, go through the van, fill out loads of paperwork. This time it seems to have just gone. I think they're doing the paperwork, they're going to bring the paperwork back, and then we go, because that's there is Ukraine.
So this is where we are. I'm not going to hold my camera out recording everything, because I'll probably think what the hell are you doing. This is the passport control. We've had our van checked and everything like that, so it seems to be a little bit smoother than last time. I think when there is a build-up of traffic behind you, they just want to get you through.
Hello, we're in. We're in, so we're heading to meet Jeanette now.
Okay, so we're over the border, we're actually in Ukraine now, and we're going to make our way to our next contact and load up the van and then offload things from the van. Yeah, pretty good, smooth transition that, smoother than last time, a lot quicker, a lot better, everything's good, so right. Right, so the weather's a lot better here. It's not as hot as it is on the Polish side, surprisingly, although it could get hotter. I'm going to stop complaining about the heat, by the way. So we stopped in Ukraine, just over the border, about 10 kilometres in, something like So what we're doing now is waiting to get in touch with our contact so we can do the rest of the start of the day basically. So we're at a nice running track. It's a beautiful day. Life is business as usual over here. Nice little running track there. I've actually got my running shoes and I would love to have a run around that, but that's not what we're here for. Yeah, there's flags everywhere. They're very patriotic. You see the Ukrainian flag on everything, everywhere. We'll get some more footage as we go further in. There's a ladder down there. I've seen lots of old cars. Actually, I love Japanese cars. The Mitsubishi RVR Chariot Space Wagon, and they usually are this end of the world. Actually, there's lots of them over here. But I was seeing one on a trailer, on a car trailer. It looked in perfect condition with parts in it. So I wish I could have bought that. Like, wish I could bring one of those back. Very rare car. Alright, so the weather's picking up now. It's very hot. We're just at the side of the road and we're transporting some of our, doing an aid swap basically, and taking on more food and supplies. So we're just rearranging all our stuff. This is all the stuff we brought, well, some of it anyway. So all the ration boxes are there. We've got some on the shelves and some outside the other side of the van. And Becky's just loading, helping loading the stuff. I'm going to muck in a minute. Hello, Becky. Hi. Yeah, we're making a right mess side of this road. So we pulled up at the side of the road. I believe it was down the road from Mostiska. We pulled up on the side of the road where we met with Jeanette, and we started to offload all the supplies from her van and transfer them to ours. A few problems came aboard during that time. We were supposed to be dropping off all these supplies in Berdichev, if I pronounce it correctly, in Berdichev. But the problem was that we did not hear from, or Wendy did not hear from the people who were supposed to be meeting there. We needed a location, we needed times, stuff like that, but we did not hear anything from them, so it made it difficult for us to even consider travelling at that point. Time were getting on, and we basically offloaded half of Jeanette's van onto ours, and the suspension on our van was so low I could barely get my fist between the arch and the tyre itself. So after that, we decided to hit plan B and set off to Jeanette's base camp. Not going to reveal the location where that is. We set off down there to sort out all these supplies, somewhere where we had shelter and we were away from the road. Right, so we're on the road. Traffic, you don't feel like we're in Ukraine because the landscape here just looks like England, to be honest with you, or far end of Poland, which it is. But you don't feel like we're in Ukraine when you're out in the back roads here. It's quite peaceful. There's nothing happening as yet. We've not seen anything. I don't think we will at this end where we are. We're coming into towns. Roads are okay. It's quite relaxed at the moment, actually. There's lots of military activity, lots of old 1950s military trucks going up and down. Loads, everything's got the Ukrainian flag on it, so it's very, very patriotic. Well, roads are starting to get a bit bad now, so we've got to watch what we're doing. Take a look. This is the villages. The camera really does do these roads justice. You don't see on camera how bad these roads were to drive down. In Ukraine, you get really good roads which are flat and perfect, then all of a sudden you divert from these roads and you find yourself going to the middle of nowhere, surrounded by fields. What in UK this would be a road to a farm possibly, but these are actually roads to villages and towns. So we carefully navigated our way through there. We did not want to damage this van, and there was some sort of rattle, metallic rattle that kept coming from underneath the van somewhere. I never got to the bottom of it, but it remained there throughout the journey.
Look at the big cornfields as well.
Yeah. We
oh my god.
Proper off-roading.
Woo!
These roads are bad. I'll get some culture smelling in a minute.
This is what the roads in Ukraine are like.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold the camera still, but it's like driving on one of those old pit roads in Barnsley. That's what this is. So that is proper rattling outside the van. Might have to drive van up and down and I'll listen to what it is or something. I'll stand outside. These trucks are here for them.
That's the wheat, I'm guessing.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Yeah, filled them with wheat.
Ukraine wheat. Big one.
Big one.
Oh. Right. We need Rod Stewart to start filling some potholes in. It's actually a very, very, very beautiful country. Very peaceful, beautiful country. I think we're here now.
Yeah, it is.
No, we're not. We've got another road to go down.
Oh, no.
Worst road.
Oh god.
Yeah, worst road.
Oh no, it's at the end, look. So we're actually just going...
Well, we can't see where we're going.
No.
But we're on another dirt track road now.
Yeah.
Very dusty.
Very dusty.
Actually got a full window open. Very dusty in the face. Right, so what we're going to be doing here is emptying the vans, all the loose supplies that are in packaging. We need to box those because we can't deliver things that are in bulk, so things need to be distributed quickly. So all the supplies that we brought are buried under this lot. And we've got to get these boxed just like we did in the ration boxes, so they're easy to hand out. We've got 2 vans to do. A random chicken. They actually stand the ground, these chicken, you know. I went up to one earlier, it stood up to me, so I didn't want to mess with it being a Ukrainian chicken, you know. No way. What time is it?
Now?
Evening everyone, so it's 7:15. We've been working out here all day. We broke for lunch and the weather's still, we had a bit of a thunderstorm earlier, but it's dried up now and the heat's come back to us again. We're still emptying the vans, so we've got this van almost empty. Took a long time because this was full of more supplies than ours. And what we're doing is we're taking all the supplies out and we're going to put them in the house where we're staying at, and we're going to sort all these out, breaking down into boxes, small boxes, so they can be easily distributed, just like the ones that we did when we first came out here. So all our boxes are here. And some of our donations are inside getting sorted, so the ones that we didn't manage to do, we've got most of our boxes here. We're going to put these on the other van, which is behind me, and that is the van we're going to be using tomorrow because it's got more fuel in it. Plus it's got aircon, it's a fridge van, so it'll keep things extra cool. So, I'll go see the ladies and see what they're up to. How are we doing in here? This is Jeanette, and this is the woman who travels with me, as we all know. So yeah, we're packing all these supplies up. The girls are bagging them up for supply drops, and I'm just loading this place up. So
Do you want to know what's in them?
yeah. Right, what we got?
We've got a bottle of oil,
Yeah.
flour, sugar, fish, meat. Ooh, hang on.
We've got salt and oils and stuff like that as well.
Hang on. And then we've got rice, tea, over this way, pasta, salt, pepper, bay leaves.
Bay leaves, yeah.
Yep.
We thought this was tea earlier, but
Yep.
obviously it's not. But
No.
anyway, we can do what they want
And
with
then the last but not least, a pack of biscuits.
Awesome, awesome.
So we have to do 300 of these bags.
300 tonight.
Yeah.
And then we have to do the hygiene kits that go with them. So
Right.
then they have a little hygiene kit that will have shampoo, body soap, hand soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, toilet paper. Oh, and we have a lot of like hand sanitizer pads, so we usually put those in them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody out this all day?
Razor to shave.
Razors, yeah.
If I were a man, I mean, not that I shave my upper lip.
I do.
I know, but you tend to be a man.
So
sorry.
the bathroom kit, so that means we're up for a longer night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. I love being
Yes.
knackered.
And we do men's and women's because we have separate needs.
Yeah. Do you want to come see how many we've done so far?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
actually be
Let's
great.
take a look. Let's take a look.
So these are the bags that we've put up today.
Yeah,
We've probably got all this again to do tonight,
yeah.
and maybe a bit more.
Right.
So yeah, that's pretty much what
So-
we're doing this evening.
How many we done? Because these was in rows of 10, but it's getting a little bit. We're running out of room now,
We're
aren't we?
running out of room, and I think that we'll just do as many as we can fit in here.
Yeah.
Just keep going with them, and then Wendy can come pick them up
Yeah.
next week and deliver them.
Well, we're going to go as far as we can with this lot.
Yeah.
And probably clear some space, aren't we? The medical supplies are going to go with us tomorrow as well. We were stacking some of these up here. So these are some of the supplies from Jubilee. We've got the aprons, more aprons, surgical aprons, stuff like that, and some surgical masks, gowns. We've got some spill wipes for wiping blood. All sorts of cool stuff. We've got more of this on the van. I need to probably leave it on there, so I'm going to stack all this on there next, load this onto the van. And yeah, it's a busy night. And how often do you do this, Jeanette?
Last week I packed 260 bags.
Wow, on your own?
No, I packed Wukash,
Yeah.
who is a priest that we're working with here locally, who is incredible. He actually gets probably about half of these supplies he gets through local parishes. He's reached out to several parishes in kind of southeastern Poland, and they're fantastic. And so we go get the stuff from them, we organize it here on these shelves we put together, and then we see what else we need. You know, mostly like food, like flour, sugar, salt. They actually send quite a bit of meat and pastas and things. Then we figure out what we have missing. Then we go purchase those items with the money that's donated. And then we put them in kits. And the kits are usually pretty similar, depending on the area. Like last week, when we delivered to Kharkiv, a lot of the people don't have power. It's knocked out. So we took them like matches and candles and some, you know, additional things like that. So we usually actually reach out and say, you know, what do you want? And then see what we can accommodate. Like the pepper and bay leaves I have not done before.
Yeah.
But this group wanted pepper and bay leaves, so...
Oh, they actually wanted them, right?
Yeah,
right,
they actually
right,
requested them. That's why we have pepper and bay leaves.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how it works. So this will be, after we get these done, this will be 560 that we'll have done in 2 weeks. Then we have another 100 to do that's going to, like, the Bucha area.
Yeah.
So.
And because they're still suffering, aren't they?
They are. I actually went there and it was... Do you want a story? I have this
why not?
amazing story. So I like to take pictures. I'm not fantastic at taking pictures, but I like to. So we had stopped to eat lunch and I decided there was this beautiful graveyard next door and I thought, I'm going to go look at the graveyard. I haven't told anyone this yet. You're getting an exclusive.
Right.
So I went to the graveyard. It was opened in 1982. And there, on one side of the graveyard, there were these older ones, and on this other side, I was like, "There's all these mounds of dirt. Like, what's going on?" So I went over there, and they were 52 new graves from this one village. 52 new graves. It had been opened since 1982. There were about 700 on the other side, so that tells you ratio. And all of these people had been killed in the raid. So then there was this house next to it that was bombed really bad. And I thought, I'm going to go take a picture of that. And as I walked up, there was actually a man living there. And he happened to speak English. He was an engineer. And the house that he was in, he came kind of out of the back, out of like this little shed area, which is where he's living now because their house was bombed and completely destroyed. He had just, he was, his name was Sergey. He was they were getting ready to give the house that he had built with his father to his daughter and their 2 children to live in. And they had purchased a place somewhere in southern, like toward Lviv, but southern, that they were going to retire to because he had just retired. The night, or one of the nights that they were occupied, someone called him for help. He went to help them. And when he went to help them, the Russian soldiers came in and killed his wife. So he's now
while he was gone.
While he was gone helping someone else. So he's now staying in that house. He's sent his daughter and their 2 grandkids to live in the house that they were going to retire in. And he's staying there now because his wife's on the other side of that fence and he feels like he needs to be close to her.
Yeah.
So that was my touching story that day. And this is the first time I've thought about it without crying. So
yeah.
I haven't told anyone that yet.
I feel privileged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I do.
It was very heartwarming. So we cried a little bit together, and he gave me a hug, and I left. So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay.
The day before our visit, an angrier Zelenskyy scolded the UN Security Council. Where's the security? He asked. Speaking to the UN Security Council, you said if you can't help, you shouldn't exist. All of this is very bureaucratic. That's why the way I am talking to them is absolutely justifiable. I don't have any more lives to give. I don't have any more emotions. A lot of countries have changed their mind about Ukraine and about our people, but I think we've paid too high a price for that.
Tell you what, like carrying flour burns calories. I'm knackered. So knackered. I'm dripping wet through. So we've been doing this all day. I think if I sit down I'll collapse, but it's just hard work. As soon as you get here, every time you get here, as soon as you turn up and you open your boundaries straight to work, it's work from the minute you get here right to the very end, isn't it, the last minute? But,
yeah, my ankles are actually swollen from standing up all day.
Yeah.
So, but I'm okay.
Yeah, feet are hurting a bit. Like I'll feel it tonight, but I'll definitely sleep tonight. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, dripping wet through. Right, we'll carry on.
Yep.
Back in. We'll see what's down. It's full of adventure. Somewhere. Oh, yeah, but we're not like long going out. There might be some side across. Is it a bus stop? Is it a bus stop?
I don't think so. It's like
Pick a side to drive on.
The problem is I can't tell if they're wet spots from new tar or if it's like...
Right at that moment in time we noticed a blast go off to the left of us over the trees, and later on we had learned that this was 3 missiles that managed to hit in an area known as Zelenskyy. This was the town that we were going to stay at for tonight whilst making our way to Berdichev.
I don't feel vulnerable or anything, but I do kind of feel a bit odd. And I don't know how to describe the oddness.
Yeah.
It's like we're in Ukraine, but it doesn't feel like you're in Ukraine, but yet it does at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, and like maybe a little surreal. Like we just saw a missile strike, which is. I'm just thinking. I hope there were no people where it hit.
Yeah, and also the funny thing is that missile's hit to where we were supposed to go today.
That's cool.
And
oh, sorry, friend.
That's a bit surreal. It's like it didn't work out for a reason. Does that make sense?
I strongly believe that. There's a reason for everything.
I just think that I've got my head down looking for the potholes for you as well, but I'm not even driving, so what difference does it make?
Oh, look, the road ends.
Hey.
Oh, wait,
we're back again.
Ooh! So yeah. How
This
do
is
I
the
feel?
good road. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you said
Good
this is
road.
the good road, yeah. How do you feel?
I'm just swampy sandwich. I'm
Just swampy sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know. I know what you mean. When you're here, it doesn't, because people behave normally, and you don't see. If you saw lots of demolished buildings and tanks everywhere, and it's, there's parts of it that would make you feel like you are where you are. But when you see all the writing, the flags and things, and it does bring it home. But
and I'm hugging my passport. You know,
you're hoping your passport?
I'm hugging my passport.
Oh, hugging your passport.
Yes, as in like at some point we're gonna get out.
Keeping on.
A mole.
A mole. Oh, that's massive.
Yeah.
That was a mole.
It was a mole.
That was
I've been told.
That was massive.
Yeah, they're super slow. They just go across the road
Yeah, mole, massive.
First we thought it was a hedgehog. The first one we saw.
What was the size of a hedgehog?
It chased it into the bushes, but it was not. It was a mole.
Definitely the size of an hedgehog, that.
Ooh.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Another thing that I find quite surreal as well, I have to say, is that we are in Ukraine, which is a country currently at war. We're driving through it at this time of night, and we haven't even checked into our hotel yet. That slightly worries me.
Yeah.
But it's fine, because if we can't check in, we're doing top and tailing. So
I get the dash.
With the person they just met today.
And I'm not I just want to say as well, while you're filming, Paul, that this woman is this woman is a crazy woman.
It's true.
Well, you got to have a giggle, haven't you? Really?
Yeah.
This is a common opinion.
If you don't have a giggle, you go mad.
Yeah.
big ones.
That's a big one.
Big holes.
Oh. Like swallow the van.
That side of the road's better.
Well, I know, but this guy up here's hogging it.
He is, isn't he?
You've got your high beam on, that's probably
yeah. Oh, I think he's pulled over.
No, he hasn't.
No? Oh, he's just trying to miss potholes.
Yeah. How much further do we have to go?
84 kilometres.
So 61.
Takes roughly 2. Yeah.
Good morning everyone, whoever you are and wherever you are. Good morning everybody, here's a video update. So last night we headed out to a hotel. We worked really late. The curfew situation is not really in effect as much as it is on the south end of the country where we are. So we travelled in, it got dark, we travelled in the night, we got a lot of work done yesterday and we were very, very tired. This whole trip has been tiring. So we're at the hotel, just show you around. Last night we got here that late, so we had to make our own food. We went to a shop and bought some bread and meats and stuff like that. And there's a little picnic in the hotel room, and we've got some of that left, so we'll take it with us today. Today we're going to have breakfast and head straight out to Rivne. I'm going to head to Rivne and drop some supplies off. I'll tell you more later about the plans, because our plans when we got out here have turned the opposite direction, so you can't always do what you want to, what you intend to do out here. So we're going to drop specifically the military soldier rations and the medical supplies we got from Elm Grove Dental Centre. We're going to take those today, and the rest of the thing that's going to civilians is all packed up, and that'll be going out probably next week. So I'll show you around the room anyway. Have a quick look where we are. My throat's bad. I'm really tired. It was incredibly dusty in that building yesterday. We're in the house, so we're hopefully going to get some kind of rest. But we're okay. We're tired, but you know, it's a good tired. Right. So I'll show you a couple of little things come across. Right, so we've got these little dental kits. We've got 3 of these in the room, and what we're going to do is we've got dental kits, we've got soap, and we've got shower gel. I'm going to put these in a bag. It's only 3 items, so it's not very effective, but these will be good to give to soldiers and stuff, so that's what we're going to do. Becky's modelling it, so this is what's inside them. Pretty cute actually. You got your own little toothpaste and toothbrush, and we're just going to literally sling these in some boxes, and it'll just go to soldiers basically. So this is the room we're in. We're not anywhere posh, believe me. It's dirt cheap here. It's absolutely dirt cheap. I'll show you outside. It's like that's a pharmacy out there. can smell breakfast cooking actually. It's raining. So, all vans over there. I do apologise, I cannot get my words out this morning. My face feels dead. Yeah, it rained last night really bad. I woke up about, must have been 3 o'clock in the morning. It was coming down. I've never had anything like it, not for a long time anyway, but it was coming down thick and fast. But it's quite
cold though.
No, it's not cold at all.
It's
incredibly hot here. I've not seen this heat for a while, but it's not cold. We're in shorts still. The Ukrainians are in jeans and stuff like that, and I don't know how they stand it really. So one thing happened last night. I mean, we were going to travel further last night. I don't know the name of the place, but we were going to travel further, about a couple hours or an hour from where we are.
An hour from where we are?
Yeah, something like that last night.
Oh, last night we were, yes.
But we're going to travel about an hour from where we are to head towards Kyiv. But we've not got time to go to Kyiv now. It's going to take, it would have taken us probably 7 hours to get there, something like that. And because of the curfew situation, and we've got to get back home, we've not got the time to spend. If we had an extra day, it would have worked, but things didn't go to plan yesterday. But anyway, we set off last night, and it started to get dark, and we're on these old roads just talking. And we saw a flash just over the trees, and it was a missile hit last night. First thing we've seen here, isn't it? We thought was it lightning, but it definitely wasn't lightning.
No,
it was a missile. We saw the red flash, and it was a big missile, and that hit last night just over the trees. So, and when we looked on our live update maps of where that was, I can't particularly say we were going to stay there, but that was in the region of where we were going to stay last night. So we're going to pack the van up and head out at least an hour away, something, towards Kyiv. That we weren't going to stay on the main E40 road, we want to stay off route. So yeah, that's quite surprising actually, just strange feeling. So we saw that go off, and kind of shut us up for a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think, fucking hell, wow, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get some breakfast now. I'm going to meet up with Jeanette. She's in the room at the end, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'm going to meet up with Jeanette and get our breakfast. I'll show you the rest of the room. I feel like I'm drunk and I'm not tired. It's not anything posh. Sorry about the mess, you know. We usually tidy everything up, but it's very pleasant, very basic. Yeah. Got our water supplies. Okay. Right, shall we give Jeanette a call, message her? Let's go.